Hi, we have different generations at the workplace, and I will categorize them in terms of you have a great grandfather, you have a grandfather, you have a father, and the son within the same organization. So you find that we have some all the way from the founders of the organizations to maybe people who've worked there for a very long time, from the age of, let's say, between 70 something to 20s, or even sometimes late teens. So this is the same work environment where you have all these people who have a different way of doing. Some of them have been working from, let's say, just a bit past week when we got our independence, let's say in Kenya. So some of them have been working from the, let's say, 60s, right? And they are still working because maybe they established those organizations. They are privileged to have gotten a longer life, so they established those organizations, or they got them from their parents, and right now they are the ones who are maybe chairing the organizations. And then we have their children who are born around the same time, the late 50s or 60s, and then after that they have those have their children who are born in the late 70s and 80s, and then we have those ones who are born in the 90s and 2000s. So we have so many generations within the organization, and they have very different ways of doing things. So how are you able to cope and understand and work together with people who are coming from these generations? We have the older ones who have a very, let's say, bureaucratic way of doing things, and we have the very youngest one who want quick fixes, and they want us to run. They do not want us to stagnate. So this means that we need to be able to adapt and be able to take the new ideas that are coming up, and also for the new ones who are coming, to be able to understand where the older generation is coming from, so that we can be able to work together. This is what makes the environment very complex. So by understanding the diversity that we have at the workplace, it enables us to understand how a particular generation works, and we can adapt to it, and the older generation to be able to adapt to how the young ones are working, so that we can be able to have, an organization that is developing. All the generations have a positive attribute to add to the organization. So let's just see and understand how the other works, so that we can be able to say there is none that is better than the other. All of them have the uniqueness. They came at the particular time. So it's up for us to be able to understand. For instance, you have a boss who is maybe in their 60s or late 50s, who takes a bit more of time to make decisions, and for you are younger, you want things fixed and be made immediately, so you get very frustrated. So take time and understand how these various generations work, so that you can be able to cope in the environment. And then the older ones, let us be flexible to understand how this new generation is working, how to incorporate technology, how to incorporate the quick fix way of doing things for the benefit of the organization. Let us merge the strengths of all these generations, so that we can be able to cope with each other, and so that our organizations can grow. May you have a wonderful time. My name is Susan Wangi. Bye.